早晨，等下先。哦，我把聲我把聲仲未瞓醒喎。等下先，可能有啲沙，未瞓醒啊！我哋應該開筆牌講下嘢，把聲就會翻嚟嘅。把聲未醒啊，哭咗啊！早晨啊 WY 先生，早晨啊 YSK 生，早晨啊鳳喵，早晨啊 Nelson 風，早晨啊風窩生，早晨啊吉巴生，早晨黑米。我哋今日打風咧，所以就決定臨時臨急就決定一個玩埋呢個 Stanley Parable， 最後嗰啲結局，我哋今日係乜嘢都唔理，淨係衝結局。冇開咪啊？有。我哋今日淨係衝結局啊！我哋為咗嘅就係就係為咗全部今日完咗佢。其實咧，我有諗過其實如果唔係打風嘅話，就冇諗過開噶啦。應該之後就一直都留翻，即係自己玩完就算。不過既然打風咁樣，就開埋佢啦。早晨啊，飯粒羊，早晨啊，鮮衣護傘。我覺得我應該去斟杯水。我應該斟杯水，等等先。早晨啊，基，我去斟杯水先，好快啊！我翻嚟啦！睇下飲咗水之後把聲好咗幾多。翻嚟啦，早晨啊！我啱係我哋今日繼續玩啊！我哋今日衝結局啊！早晨啊，風和散，早晨 Ben 啊！有人 A 早晨都話早晨，咁唔知乜唱早晨，佢嚟個早晨，大家平身啊！咁我哋就開始啦！我哋而家睇下先睇下先，而家時間係1點06分，1點06分，06分。我冇開聲啊，原來。早晨啊 ，Jackie 生。Your favorite time 唔係係喎，佢上次叫我入 favorite time 喎，唔係入咩嗰個時間喎，唔係入 current time。係啊，我完全忘記咗。Okay, now I'm curious. 有幾 accurate？而家睇住先。係條好 trick question 喎。佢啱啱睇完嗰啲字，咁已經過咗啦，已經唔係1.06啦，爭少少，咁樣啦。 Three headers。佢係咪好中意嗰啲 sliders？ 佢咁樣搞到，我想知道佢下一次會係啲咩？咩 sliders？ 早晨啊 ，Peggy さん，早晨啊 ，YK。黃少貝客今日都好可愛，啱啊！
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
skip。我記得咧，我哋之前咪試過有一次係
All of his co-workers were gone.
有
What could it
啲
mean?
有
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
咁大聲嘅，咁等陣先。咁樣啦，我哋上次咧咪喺個電腦嗰度見到有得撳嘢噶嘛，我想佢撳晒一個好似係有嘢出噶，嗰個電腦喺邊呢？嗰個電腦喺邊呢？
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
咗就
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
點算啊？我哋其實呢啲結局都解得七七八八噶啦。
Eager to get back to business,
我記得
Stanley
係有一
first
個我
opened
哋之前
door
開
left.
諗，
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
因為我哋上次淨係攞個桶去咯，我哋冇攞桶嘅話就冇嚟過。好似太細聲，都好煩啊！做咩要咁煩？
This is the story of a man
咁樣啦。阿西加瓦山早晨
about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go from here. It's left.
佢都唔知自己應該要去邊。
Oh no, it's to the right. My mistake.
好煩。
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly. Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
點樣㗎？佢哋都唔知。
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay. Yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
我覺得唔係。
No.
mind control
This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
點解又翻嚟個
Back to
mind control 入邊？
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely
係咪搞
unusable.
掂？佢都唔
Rather
知道
than
點
waste my
樣
time
search
trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
All
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
旁白嘅錯要
Stanley
我
decided to
重
go
新
to the
玩過
meeting
嚟
room.
開始。
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
點解冇嘅？啊咧？點解冇氣球嘅？點解冇氣球嘅？ 點解冇氣球嘅？ 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 點解啊？個桶去咗邊啊？
When Stanley... Wait. What? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game completely fresh. Everything should be... Did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on.
我以為佢真係重新開始
The story was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay,
呢個好驚喜
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
早晨啊你，早晨啊，呢邊係咪上唔到㗎？我哋行邊邊好啊？好多門哦。嗱，呢兩個應該係佢哋原本一個兩道門啦。咁我哋行呢，兩道門通嘅呢個通㗎。跟住呢邊咧，呢邊係咪都通㗎？呢邊睇唔到喎。早晨啊，Charles 生，行呢邊啦。佢唔刪嘅，佢唔刪。
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever... I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oi! 都係冇啊！
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
都係冇。
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
都
Perhaps
係
he
冇
had
氣
simply
球
missed a
啊！
memo.
遲到冇事，我哋都係啱啱開始咋，真係冇啊！連門都冇埋。
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Hi, SCP 神，Hi， 火柴99神，係咪㗎？好啦，之前呢個有驚喜哦，因為之前會冇行到呢邊㗎。變咗藍色哦。
I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
點解我要喺度幫佢揾翻個故事啊？明明係佢錯。
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
我搞到你唔知點算
I'm
喎，仲
getting
係我
weirded out
贏。
by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
哎呀！誒
All right, I've got a solution. This
Adventure
time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable
早
Adventure
晨啊
Line.
，Anson，
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
好似醫院，真係好似醫院嗰啲帶你去邊度咁樣。哦，呢度係新嘅路喎。咁如果我唔跟會點啊？我行翻舊嘅路咧，都係冇嘢喎。
No, I'm done. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
OK，跟啦。
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Oh.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Cảm ơn. Đi ra quay ơn là một chủ sàn. Ây à, để lấy gì cho cái biểu chung.女王俾你哋振奮下，醒啦好冇？醒啦你哋班人！
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure
佢自己都唔知個 story 係點。
And remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything. Wait, what?
Huh?
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
佢咁即係點啊？Mind control 呢邊係我哋頭先嚟嗰邊啊！啊係啊係，唔知要去嗰邊，笑死！
Oh no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to?
都係再大聲少少先，唔係喎，最大聲咯喎。
Us, and after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
又 restart 仲係呢個啊！我哋仲未出去。
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know, How about this direction?
係啊，我冇諗過，點解我哋之前可以
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
哎
Whatever it might be, Stanley.
重複
I'm
嘅
ready for it.
重複嘅，唔要，我唔要重複行。呀得，俾我行呢邊啦，呀得。佢諗住攞個重複嘅嚟 fix 我。佢唔係覺得以我嘅聰明才智，我會唔知道佢係重複㗎？吓？有可能真係唔係重複嘅。
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it.
早晨啊，
and
白
she'll
狼，
be
好
fine.
似好，喂，點上去啊？
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
佢確
How
定
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
假
And
㗎
since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
啊，佢唔開埋俾我嘅。誒
Hold up.
一樣。
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times? That's really how
我哋而家
all
係
this
去邊啊
goes?
？Final
It's
line
all
begin
determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what?
restart. There's
Am I
no
just supposed
longer
to forget?
a black.
Well, what if I don't want to
我哋而家
forget?
係邊啊？
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who
Return to
consulted me?
monitor room 睇
Why
先。
don't I get to decide?
我
Why
哋
don't
嗰
I
入
get a
邊
say in
啊
all
？Find the
of this?
confusion。
Is
哦，
it
呢
really-
度，我哋喺呢度。
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like
then they
this.
say
I
she-
won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
Forget server. The
something
previous
happen?
restarts. Play the story but is prevented unable
So-
to go.
Okay.
Restarts. OK，我下一次嚟嘅。
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life
Stanley
is about the
dies.
journey and not the destination.
Narrator is
so
gone.
I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
死！哎呀，我哋翻嚟啦！我哋翻嚟啦！
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little
有
effort.
個
A
有個
measly
有個成就
5
就係撳呢度
clicks.
門5
Now
次。
suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true.
原來真係佢會知道我解成就嘅。
Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes.
50次。
Certainly 50 clicks.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14、15、16、17、18、19、20、21、22、23、24、25、26、27、28、29、30、31、32、33、34、35、36、37、38、39、40、41、42、43、44、45、46、47、48、49、50。
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417喺邊啊？耳朵濕濕，早晨啊，夢西，濕濕聽唔到女王講咩？點解啊？咩叫耳朵濕濕啊？
It's bucket time.
呢度417喺邊啊？3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10、11、12、13、14、15、16、17、18、19、20。
Okay, great. Now, go touch the bucket on door 437 a few times.
437喺邊啊？437喺邊啊？43佬437喺邊啊？啊咧41喎，437喺邊啊？咁437喺邊啊？一開始嗰度啊係，佢撳幾多次話？我唔記得咗啦。
Yes, now we're getting somewhere. How about door 415? Give it some bucket love.
415，早晨啊！415，415，1615。
Now back to door number 437.
437。
You know, I think the copy machine needs some attention. Why don't you rub the bucket on it a bit?
Copy machine 喺邊啊？唔係喺度附近嘅咩？應該啊，呢度。
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
417。
Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk.
419。佢唔俾我擺，點算啊？點樣啊？佢唔俾我擺喎。
Yes, this is great. Now the bucket knows exactly what it's like to be employee 419. Now, let's introduce it to door 416.
416。
We've almost got it. Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again.
Copy machine。我哋唔係一邊係無啦啦喺度解成就變咗做 copy machine。
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on door 430. Yes, we did it. Wow, that felt amazing. You know, not all buckets will get this kind of experience. They won't all know what it's like to slam repeatedly against nearly every door in one section of an office building, or what it's like to be employee 419. Buckets may dream of an experience like this, but few can say they've truly lived
有種被玩女王係唔會俾人玩嘅。
Stanley, I'm very
Never。
proud of you.
咁成就咧？咁成就咧？我冇解到成就喎。成就咧？成就咧？ 定係攞住個桶唔可以做呢個成就啊？
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
我哋要去邊啊？而家你話唔係咯，一定唔係咁樣噶。我哋上次係咪揾齊咗啦？有冇啊？我唔記得咗。
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
我哋上次揾齊咗，未測過啊？咁測過喺邊啊？測過喺邊呢？我哋直接開始啦，好唔好？我哋直接重開。 測過喺邊啊？我哋唔好攞。
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
又嚟過。
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause.
佢會嗌我攞 bucket
Perhaps
㗎
50
喎。
clicks will do it. Yes,
唔撳
almost certainly 50 clicks.
50 clicks 唔撳咩？成就未完，係啊，佢
When
冇解到
Stanley
成
came
就
to a set
喎。
of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this
我唔
room.
知
But
嗰個
eager
成
to
就點
get back
解
to
到
business,
嘅？
Stanley
仲有
took
嗰
the
個，
first open
仲有
door
一個
on his
雕像
left.
喺邊啊？
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
我想去呢邊紅
Look,
藍門
Stanley,
嗰
I
度。
think perhaps we've gotten
我
off
想
on
今次
the
去
wrong
紅
foot
藍門
here.
嗰度，因為上次
I'm
咧，
not your enemy,
我哋
really,
去咗
I'm not.
我哋
I
玩，
realize that investing in
誒
your
佢好
trust in someone
嘈啊！
else
佢
can
咁
be
樣講又講
difficult,
唔到
but the
嘢。
fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have
你可唔可
zero
以收聲
consideration for
啊？
others? Are you that convinced that I want something
我哋
bad
上次
to
嚟
happen
到呢
to
度，
you?
佢唔俾我攞住個
I don't
bucket 啊
know
嘛
how。to convince you of this, but
Hello?
I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove
大
that
家
I'm
愛
not
到
you.
啊！
And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial
唐子
achievements,
烤肉
you've insisted that a job well done is its own
安
reward.
安，
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red
藍
door.
門啊嘛。
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I
Red?
still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
佢有冇
You
唔
want to
同
know so badly
咗？
what's out there? You want to find out
我
what
想
lies
上
at
次
the end of this road
係諗
you've
住帶個
chosen?
bucket
Well,
過
don't let
嚟，
me stop
不過
you.
唔得。
You see? There's nothing here.
啊
I
冇
haven't even
分別
finished
啊！
building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
哦，我頭先係
Is
咪
this
唔
what
記得
you
咗睇
wanted?
電腦
Was
啊？
it worth ruining the entire
no.
story I'd written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
係咪
And in
冇
the
分
end,
別
it
啊
was？ all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely
好似
nothing
係一
so
樣
far.
喎。
Tell you what.
有陣啊，
Let
紅
me take
血
a stab
球
in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. a third option.
好似
This
係
already
一樣
feels
喎，
leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Okay, I'm
不過
going
一
to stop
樣
you
喎
there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement
應該
with your
係一樣
surroundings? Does that
喎。
sound
我
good?
哋可唔可以重
Think we
新
can
嚟
do
過
that?
啦？
Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your
我哋重新嚟過啦，唔好聽佢廢話啦。佢真係好多廢話。其實咧，我係未食早餐嘅。我等下開完台就會去食早餐。點解冇氣球嘅？啊？
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines, those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
集齊晒啲。應該仲在學。哇，我的普通話很爛，ごめんなさい。I don't know 普通話。
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again.
76笑死，咁都得嘅咩？就是那種啊？點解
And
有咗
here
嗰
was
個
the second Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
而家要我
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
冇啊，冇玩喎。請開門，FBI 啊，死知啦，有
Hey,
FBI
that's
啊
exactly！right. It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal
有咩
clear in your
FBI 啊？
memory,
你
but I
哋
shouldn't be
你哋
surprised. After
你哋
all,
知資
science
料
tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
難關你一定係
Let's
冇
see,
睇我
what came
Twitter，
next?
又冇睇 DC，
Oh,
又
yes,
冇
we
開
found a
YouTube
figure in
通
this
知啦
pink。room.
Huh?
Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in
I
this
don't know
room,
the
but
map.
it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
嚇，no，不是吧？不是吧？不是吧？違う，違う。
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
好的。人食咗，咁你做多啲休息啦。Star Sorry, Stanley.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
佢嗰啲係我係以前會見到人哋用嗰啲
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like. And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Okay. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Uncle Cam.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Stay here, keep enjoying these figurines. Let's just go backward. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
我哋唔好留戀過去啦，好唔好啊？喂，閂佢門，閂門啊！我哋唔好留戀過去吧，旁白。咁樣有意思咩？你重新再睇一次，喂，有意思嗎
？Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind.
連台詞都一樣。可唔可以唔好啊？
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
佢唔係再播，佢真係再播多次。啊，好彩係 fast food。
I love that video.
點解唰一聲嘅？
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
呢次我真係冇嚟過呢一度咧。
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Next one. 佢冇嘢行嘅一邊，佢冇嘢行嘅，少呃人嘅，好迷啊！我都好迷啊。
This was our second figly. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
好迷啊！
This is it, the very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
呢次又返嚟啊！哦，好迷哦！
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything.
我跳晒啲圈，佢唔俾我
I guess
跳。
I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more memories. Oh yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
係咪可以向佢許願？唔係咯，佢咁渣。 佢點可以實？
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once. Give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much.
Stanley,
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
黐線，呢個係真，呢個係。
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
呢個係
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
定係
Perhaps
未
he had
完
simply
㗎？
missed a memo.
好迷哦！應該係完咗啦。咁有呢個嘅話，我哋而家要去。我哋之前
It's bucket time.
仲有個係未開到嘅，除咗頭先撳電腦嗰個之外，
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the
有一
meeting
個
room.
係
But
喺
Stanley
電
had
話
felt
度
the
啊。
bucket calling to him,
好似係
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. A cargo lift. Yeah, good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
呢邊啊，呢
Stanley
邊
did
啊，
not question why or how this bucket
應
was
該
speaking to
係
him. It
話
should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him.
今
and
日
he
啲幾個好驚
unthinkingly
喜
did
哦！
whatever the bucket asked.
咁我哋個成就點解嘅咧？陣間上網睇下先。
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
呢度啊，好似
Now
可以
pick up the
掹
phone.
啊。
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Don't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
記得㗎嘛？唔記得嘅咩？
What is
有播片。
what is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, In all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in
有關
a
事
room
嗎？
of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these
如果
steps
笑嘅話，
complete,
純粹係因為
it's
笑
time
緊
to begin the humor.
笑嘅。
Speak the entire
唔
joke
係笑佢
in
個
no
joke。
more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted
咁
several
樣都叫
times.
effective
Just to
嘛？
ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very
乜鬼
existence
嘢？
and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may
Jesus.
Earth reign supreme.
乜鬼嘢？
Hey, goodness, this video is a little
Tell
outdated,
me.
isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe
只係
the
掹
only
咗個
way
電話
forward
線
is
啫，
for us to
佢
return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic
佢就
delivery.
講咁多
Come
廢
along,
話。
let's head back.
哎呀，我哋點解我哋今日成日都要行翻轉頭啊？咩事啊？佢成日喺度點咪還行翻轉頭，想點？
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me.
Listen,
Thank goodness we had
Paisan.
the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke.
早晨
Oh,
啊
I'll！figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
我哋今日成日都行翻轉頭啊！我哋中嗰啲咩無限輪迴？
Here we go. You ready? When
Huh?
Stanley and the
Oh,
bucket
oh, oh.
came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
啊？
What? We're back at the phone already?
Huh?
No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing.
King of Comedy，
I'm not
佢
even
自
the
己
lowliest
佢自己講噶。
I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
誒唔好廿咩啫？
Surely that will help
廿咩
me
啫
improve my...
唔好播，唔好播啊！
Here we go.
嚇死我啦！
Really?
我幾驚佢
When
再播一
Stanley
次
and
啊！
the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
行呢邊啊！
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this was all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
The end.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... It's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are.
Stanley 喺度喎，不過我仲攞住個桶喎，咁即係點啊？
Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame. Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket. Which
Stanley 喺下面啊，不過我仲係攞住 Stanley 個桶喎，咁我仲係咪 Stanley 啊？我係邊個啊？佢係邊個啊？旁白喺邊啊？我係做乜嘢啊？靈魂出竅？唔知哦。入邊。
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This
Finally.
is great, he thought to himself.
呢隻
This
game
is
究
what
竟
I
要表達
wanted
啲
all
咩？
along.
係
I
我哋
got
唔可
what
以
I
隨波
wanted.
逐流，我哋唔可以旁白講咩就講咩。女王要有女王嘅氣場，唔係嘅主見。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
我哋而家要
he
去
entered
老
the
細
door on his
房
left.
啊！我哋而家去老細房。
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
電腦係咪喺度？喺度啊 ！Input receive 咁，我哋可以重新嚟過啦。嘿，咁個 achievement 點啊？唔同嘅。
It's bucket time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
冇關係個嗬。
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his
阿嫲
boss's office
攞咗個桶
was
先，
full of dancers.
有桶神嘅
Coming
保
to a
佑。
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
啊？誒，早晨啊，Jason。我唔可以。
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned.
我哋嚟過先。啱啊！究竟係邊一度啊？下一個電腦，我哋而家係揾電腦。
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I
邊
need.
啊？哎，都
If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them
That-
all. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
Oh!
co-workers.
係咪喺度啊？
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
點樣？
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more.
我哋係咪行咗去地圖出面？
I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on
唔
where
得
you
啊！
are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
聽佢唱歌
There
啊！
once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old,
因
and
為
was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
Yes.
You too will become quite unbearable.
首先，我係 Reina 陛下或者 Reina 女王，咩小姐太低級了吧 ？Yes 。我哋聽佢唱幾耐啊？ Yes。佢仲未完，我以為要完添。拖出去唔使，我哋作為一個寬宏大量嘅王，我作為一個寬宏大量嘅王，呢啲一次兩次呢啲可以原諒嘅，感恩啦，感恩啦，批晒。哦，點解變咗？播完啦，播完啦，佢唱完啦，所以呢？ ôi 旁白，誒，我係跳咗出街，原來我係跳咗出街喎，咁點啊而家？點樣上返去啊？冇得上返去吧？ 我又冇得褪後喎，我周圍都冇得行咯。可唔可以展示你嘅氣量？借草民揾一隻手，借草民批散一隻手，唔得喎！女王隻手咁易話俾就俾嘅啦咩？冇地方走喎，點算啊？可以我哋自己撳 restart 啦，係咪啊？ 好啦，哎呢度，哎， Welcome Stanley to Heaven， 哇好暈呢個。啱啱應該係跳樓。button。我咪熄晒佢啊！太多了吧？係啊，揾齊5個電腦嘅 N。因為天堂啊，佛應該唔係天堂吧？兩個系統嚟嘅係咪啊？我哋係咪要撳晒佢哋啊？佢會着返㗎，垃圾。佢會着返㗎，哎。全色小天，佢會着返嘅，根本就冇得全色。咁即係點啊？咁即係點啊？呢度有幾天堂啊？我唔明嘅，點解呢個係天堂？即係點啊？點算啊？咩事啊？哇！哎呀！哎呀！哎呀！哎呀！哎呀！哎呀！哎呀！哎呀！呢隻手偷咬，點解？邊有得偷咬？冇得偷咬，拖你出去斬喎！佢咁樣有冇反應啊？有冇啲咩奇怪反應啊？紫色，好似冇。咁即係點啊？就咁樣，就咁啊！不要菠蘿蜜。啊！我冇掛住旁白啊，唔理啦。我係咪冇噶啦？完咗。點解 Python 會呢隻手嘅數據？係咪因為 Stanley 中意撳掣，所以天堂就俾佢撳掣？唔要啊！仲要重新俾佢撳過，仲會識冇得撳完嘅掣。邊有咁變態啊？唔撳啦！
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone
我哋係
missing.
咪應該行暈晒啦？應該得睇下有個簡表㗎，得睇下係咪完晒先。睇下先啊。點樣啊？我哋係咪 應該開晒啦，開晒啲結局啦。係咪啊？係咪啊？係咪啊？係咪啊？哦我見到有一個等陣先，但成就攞唔齊係啊！我結局都唔係解晒，因為有啲好變態㗎，有啲咧要玩4個鐘。有啲咧，我哋嗰個紅藍門後面咪有一個有 new content 嗰邊，跟住之後咧，佢話係咪有一個玩 BB 撳火圈，唔係有個火，跟住 BB 爬過去，你要救個 BB 嗰個遊戲 mini game，嗰個要玩4個鐘啊！我先唔玩，我唔要對咗個勁嘈嘅 BB 玩4個鐘啊！黐線。我哋過去睇下，俾你睇下。要去嗰邊，咁應該唔可以。係啊，嗰個唔可以攞桶啊，去嗰邊。俾你睇。
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
應該係呢邊啊，嚇！我冇記錯嘅話。
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
Hey.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. Communicating properly. Stanley... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Now,
Would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it
係
some
咪呢度啊？
playtesting.
就喺呢度啦。
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
係啊，
In
就喺
this
呢個
game,
啦。
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
係啊，佢要我哋
So
玩
why
4
don't
個
you give
鐘
it 4
啊。
hours of play to make sure it's effective. Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
我哋可以短短地縮短，我哋玩4分鐘，真係好煩。真係好嘈啊！4分鐘都忍唔到啊！
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate
Moody
babies
this.
or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely
Moody
out of
this.
ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done.
係啊，唔
It's
會啊。
over. Thank you for playing. Your input
你玩
was
4個鐘
extremely
之後就有
valuable.
新結局咯。
Okay, since
我
my
寧
game was
願
so awful, why don't we play
我
someone
寧願唔
else's
睇啊
game?
個
Just to
結局。
ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is
呢
about?
度都唔係
Stanley?
幾記得
What's
啦
our。backstory?
我哋根
What
本
is
應
our
該差唔多，
motivation?
係咪解晒啦？
Well, it seems obvious
等
to
陣
me
睇下個
that you
表
are meant to
先。
play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley.
Oh.
And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
我記得係咩 open world 啊嘛，係咪啊？跟住之後就唔俾你 open world。
Oh no. No, it can't be.
係咪呢度啊？
It is. It's an open world
Ama,
game.
kita,
Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that
That thing.
thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the
哎
thing.
呦，哎呦，
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big
Thought
box thing you
all
can
right.
go around in. There isn't any possibility
But
that you
what
could
thought
get
all
lost
right.
here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
我哋而家仲有冇打風啊？
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in
Come
the
on,
back, but
Apple,
obviously
like
there's
that.
no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports
Rocket
ball?
League.
Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
仲8號緊啊，
Yes,
打咁
I
耐
think surely
嘅。
we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
食咗你唔係烤魚店咩？你唔應該係食烤魚咩？ 應該差，我哋唔係好嘥時間嘅，都玩晒應該。
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out.
之前呢個係自己跳咗落去嘅，我度。
Yes. Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
哇！呢個係之前冇玩到嘅係新嘅結局啊！誒，去咗邊度個波咧？
Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure
好似
hope you're
Four
having a good
Guys 啊，
time,
我
because
哋揾人
guess
玩
what?
Four Guys
It's
啊。
over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my
誒
game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you.
係有啲人跌咗落
You
去。
need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules
食
or
咩
boundaries,
魚？我
video
要食
games
無
are
骨嘅
nothing.
魚。
Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think
佢走
you'll
起碼都
enjoy
俾
it
啲
as
波
much.
我
But
先。
who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
嚇！佢又抌低我啦。佢抌低我啦，又再一次俾旁白拋棄，個可憐小朋友。咁點算啊？佢拋棄我哋啊！拋棄我哋啊！仲跳唔跳到落去㗎？咁跳落去係咪就同之前一樣啊？好似唔係幾好啊！嗬！跳入龍門，跳入龍門，跳入龍門。不過之前咪跳過咯。我哋之前咪跳過咯。真係跳咩？跳啊！跳啊！跳咯！
Hold on. What are you doing?
哦！
Stanley, don't do
係
that.
咯
I can't follow you.
我哋
there.
之
I
前咪
can't
嚟
help
過
you.
咯，一樣啊，
How
同
will
之
you
前
write a
嘅。
story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
係啊，係啊，我哋之前嚟過啦，不過啊，係咪啊？應該係一樣吧？對哦。我記得嗰陣時仲話好似恐怖 game，嗰陣時仲話啊，好似恐怖 game 啊，好恐怖。但冇咗旁白之後，就小冷清。咁我哋應該七七八八，係真可能有啲彩蛋同埋啲成就解唔到啊。咁我哋如果如無意外，就應該係今集係最後啦。Stanley Parable。我哋下次應該會係
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
係啦，咁應該就係咁樣啦。
All of his co-workers were gone.
我哋就咁樣完啦，我哋。
Stanley decided to go to the
雖然我哋
meeting
解唔晒
room.
啲
Perhaps he
嘢
had，simply
你
missed
收
the
聲
memo.
啦，喂！所以我哋解唔晒啲成就。
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
所以我哋解唔晒啲成就，不過我哋係差唔多都可以當完咗90%。好嘢！咁我哋而家肚餓嘅女王就要去食飯啦。辛苦晒你哋啦！一個8號留喺屋企冇嘢做就睇台。今日好多台嘅，辛苦晒啦！咁我哋食飯啦，你哋都去食飯啦，拜拜。先早啊，女王早啊，夜貓。不過我哋今日就而家就完啦，記住睇報檔啦你。我哋應該係星期日晏晝，即係聽日4點鐘會玩個 Puyo Puyo， 就係咁樣啦，電腦版嘅 Puyo Puyo。拜拜，完啦，拜拜，拜拜啦，辛苦晒啦 YSK さん，拜拜啦派さん。拜拜 Ben 啦，拜拜南瓜，拜拜阿象，拜拜魚魚，拜拜 WYC さん，拜拜紅血球，拜拜雞蛋，拜拜蜂窩さん，拜拜 Piggy さん，拜拜 D さん，拜拜骷髏哥。女王肯玩爆咗機已經係一個成就，隻 game 應該要感激我玩佢。拜拜啦，李應淵さん，拜拜爸爸，拜拜仙醫護さん。拜拜夢想，拜拜長谷川さん，拜拜クリストさん，拜拜，辛苦晒大家啦，冇你哋嘅事啦，退下啦。喂，拜拜啦，雨園千秋さん，拜拜阿飛。拜拜啦，Jackie さん。有飲啊！伸懶腰都 Tascaru， 好奇怪嘅。拜拜阿 K。